Hello everyone, welcome to my last ever F1 2013 race video. So this was part of the series that I mentioned in the last video that I did. It's basically half a season of AOR, going back to F1 2013, more just for fun. Wasn't technically an official season, but Marco's in it, who of course is the reigning champion. And we basically did quali, then a obviously quali grid race, and then we had a second race that was random grid, totally random. Yeah, this is the by far the best race of the season. This will be the only race I show you because this was the only really good race. So here we are then. So I'm starting down in P9 then, so starting quite a long way back, but luckily Marco's just, oh no, he's ahead of me, sorry, 5 laps from away anyway. Marco's, oh no, he's behind me. There's a Ferrari ahead. But no, Marco's actually starting behind me, so I'll need to capitalise on this because he's my main, someone's had a bad start, he's my main rival for the championship, so I really need to make sure I'm finishing ahead of him. Already starting ahead of him, this is looking good. And coming to, is it village section now? A little look at the inside there. Everyone's running wide. Can I take advantage of that? No, I can't. I have to go to the outside. And lock the wheel there. Someone, my teammates actually fly up the inside. His car's off the track and completely boxed in. 5 wide. Completely blocked in there. My teammates actually managed to overtake me, but I was massively boxed in on all accounts there. But took it easy. Didn't have a spin, which is something. Using all my cars now to go up the inside of a couple of people. That's a couple of overtakes done. Oh, bit of contact with the Taurus. I didn't know I was there. Bit of oversteer from the Cato there, so I jam it up his inside. And getting squeezed out now, though. Oh, massively wide. And wow, I've just lost an absolute ton of positions. Tried to give a bit of room, but I obviously didn't want to run into the gravel. I don't think they realised that it was 3 abreast to go on the inside. And I'm back down to P9 then, and Marcus managed to overtake me. So pretty horrible start, but it looks like they've gone wide there. So I'm going to try and fly on the outside all over the grass here. And I've just managed to make the 2 moves, though. So I went from P9 to P3, maybe just about, if I managed to pull that move off around the outside. Back down to P9, now back up to P7, so, and that's all in the space of, oh well, 3/4 of a lap, so, and I can tell you, I went to edit this video, and didn't. Basically, it didn't need editing, so this will be a full, unedited race, because there's just stuff happening through the whole race, but up to P7 now. Ooh, almost made contact there with the Lotus ahead, and, do make contact with him that time. That was unintentional, didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to carry some good speed through there, but a little bit of contact. We would have pushed him a little bit, but it didn't cause him to go oversteer or anything like that. That's not how this game works, so not a big issue. So first lap then, P7. So overall, I've gained 2 positions, and I am ahead of Marco because Marco was one of the ones that ran wide. As the Mercedes is all over my gearbox there. A little bit on the outside of Crispy Bacon, but that's not going to work. Mercedes luckily didn't get up and come up the inside of me there. And I'm going to go to Rich now, try and get lots of slipstream on this guy. Try and get him if I can. And I'm really focusing on Marco. If I finish ahead of Marco, I'm happy because he's my main rival for the championship, as I said. So even if I only finish, say, P3 or 4, I'm happy as long as I'm ahead of Marco. So right now, all I'm doing is trying to get clean moves. I look on the outside then, and do I manage to make that stick? Yes, I do. Keep it out of the gravel there. Bit of curves on the exit to give me a bit of boost and able to fully get past him. But that was some move there. Just managing to hold around the outside. And I didn't mention I'm actually starting on primes as well. I'm sure you would have noticed that by now. Those keen-eyed among you. Deciding to go for that strategy because hopefully I should be faster than, well, some of this field at least. Perhaps not all of the field. Marco is definitely faster than me. I'm not really too sure about other people's pace. But I did actually manage to win the first race just about. No, that's a complete lie. I managed to go P2 in the first race. Marco managed to overtake me and just pull away. So Marco is definitely faster than me, but I was P2, so theoretically I should be second fastest. Marco being the one being faster, who's currently behind. So as I mentioned before, I'm just now concentrating on getting good overtakes and getting through this field quickly because my racecraft is, I think, is probably my strongest point with my driving style. My racecraft is actually really quite good, but you don't always get to see it. So just really, obviously he's going to get held up. So if I can get through the field quickly, even though he's faster, if I can get through the field quicker, much quicker than him, then I'm all right. So it's looking good so far. And actually, no, I haven't said that. I'm P6 at the moment. Lap 2, P6, and you can see all 5 cars ahead of me. So the win's definitely not off the table completely. They've not had amazing pace at the front thus far. Managed to get DRS on the car ahead, which is good, but using no curves. And my strategy tends to be go on primes and just wait for them to make mistakes. Because when they're battling this much, people do make mistakes, definitely. And not all these drivers are as consistent as me and Marco as well. Oh, a bit of a steer there. So they will make mistakes, so I don't need to necessarily pull an amazing move like I did last lap around the outside. I could probably just do with just waiting for mistakes, as I did do on the first lap, really. So a little wide there. Speaking of the devil, Nicky FD there has managed to go wide. I'm going to use some curves as well to get well alongside and manage to just about overtake him as we come into the Maggots and Beckett's complex here. And again, that was opportunistic. As I said, wait for people to make mistakes. Looks like Thomas Irish HD rather, has run a little bit wide. They're going to get DRS as well, so we're going to take him from his mistake. So just as I said it, I managed to take 2 people in the space of a few corners by their mistakes. Go to the inside of the track to make sure he doesn't get any funny ideas of dive bombing me down the inside. So that's moved done then, up to P4. That was swift. And as I said, they're not making massive mistakes, just running wide and getting auto-braked a little bit. And, big complicated there. And that's just enough for me to be able to capitalise, especially if I save my cars as I did then. I can just be very opportunistic and use all my cars and get past them, even in that massively high-speed section coming to the Maggots-Beckett's complex. Yeah, so this is working so far. Marco's done a fastest lap though, 2/10 quicker than me. And there's a Ferrari behind, but that's Marco's teammate rather. And still in P4, I will get DRS. I'm just trying to figure out where Marco is right now. I keep looking back too quickly. Well, he's certainly not in the last 3 cars, so he's further back than that. So best case scenario, he's what, 5th, 6th, he's probably 8th-ish. So he's really not making good progress through the field. And as I said, I believe my racecraft is better than him. So that was really where I was aiming for this whole season, in fact. As Wycombe's running a little bit wide there once again, so a little mistake from there. Going to go to Rich, who's lots of curves, just about half my curves. But I've got enough momentum now to get past him, which I have indeed. There we go, move done. So once again, just taking advantage of other people's mistakes. And again, only a little minor one there, but I've made a mistake there. Actually, I'm massively wide, got auto-braked off the track. So I've actually managed to make a mistake. Using all my curves trying to stay ahead of him. Can I do it on the inside to this corner? Yes, I can. I've managed to stay ahead at least. But he will now get DRS me. I've run a little bit wide there as well, getting some dirty air. Poor exit as well. No curves to defend. And I'm already on Rich. I've got DRS at least, but he's got curves. He's getting well alongside me there, but he's around me outside at least. And so I'm on the inside here. He's braked pretty late, but he's running quite wide, so I should hopefully be okay. Leaving a bit of room on the outside. Yes, I'm managed to keep the position then. Have a look at the inside there for potentially P1, but decide better dive bombing that, brake relatively early. And just trying to dive back across now. But oh, looks like Wycombe's actually on my inside there. I didn't really expect him to stick his nose in, but he had every right to it. I tried to just come across and just hope that he wasn't there, but he was. So he's actually managed to get the move back then. So I've just backed right off there. I know there's no point in trying to go on the outside of that corner. I'm going to end up on the grass. So just be a little bit patient. Go to the inside, but that's not really a move. It's actually ended up with my nose alongside a note. And someone's dived at me. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. They just thought about diving inside, but thought better a little bit of lots of boost on the exit there. And well, that's not good. Going backwards. I thought that move was done on Wycombe's, but that little mistake enabled him to get well alongside me, and that caused me later on to lose the position. So, yep, I need to make sure I'm not making mistakes, because that rather defeats the object of what I'm trying to do here, doesn't it? But what I was trying to say just before that happened, that was basically my objective for this season. Marco is faster than me now. Fair play to him. He definitely is faster. He sorted the consistency right out relative to the season that I raced against him in a full season when I did manage to win the title. Bit of a cut there. And he's probably more consistent than me. He's really, really consistent now. And he's definitely faster. So I've got pretty much no chance in the first race where you qualify and then go from the grid. If I can see a win or two there, that'd be good. Oh, as Wycombe gets massive amounts of oversteer there. Once again, massively opportunistic. Just managed to avoid his gearbox there. That was incredibly close to a contact, but did manage to avoid it. So back up to P3. And yeah, so my objective was to try and win these races. These are the races. As long as I don't get much bad luck with the random grids. My teammate boxes there. We start on options. As long as I don't get too much bad luck. So, you know, if he starts on pole and I start in P6, then he's going to win, and that's that, isn't it? But trusting to luck a little bit for that, but also trusting to my racecraft. That was my plan for this season. And as I mentioned, that's my plan for this race, is to just keep him a couple of cars behind me. Even though he's faster, that should be enough. But he's up to P4 now. A few people have pit. And he's also been slowly making his way through the field. It looks like MP Racing there's running massively deep, so I'm going to try and floor the throttle here. Go to the inside to try and block him off. I've gone deep there. And I think I just get a bit of a nudge off the track there, but I managed to stay ahead, so that's good. And once again, I've only really pulled off one or two actual overtaking moves. The rest have just been taking advantage of their mistakes, isn't it? And you see Marco there back in P4. I'm now in P1, so I need to make sure I'm keeping MP behind there. I should not use any curves, though. I'm just going to push it now. And I really need to try and get a bit of a gap, particularly while Marco's been held up. But look at that, he's managed to take them. By the looks of it, he's probably going to take them now. He's on the inside. So Marco's up to P2, so my plan has not worked. Getting held up by Wycombe's there when he re-overtook me. I could have done with that not happening, because I might well have been able to be P1 a whole lap earlier, potentially. So fair play to him. He managed to take me back, and it's not going my way so far. I'm trying to keep Marco behind, because he's now all over me. So my plan has not worked so far. But don't forget, the people who've just pit, they pit for a brand new set of primes, so they will be faster than us right now. So people like Wycombe probably will come out ahead of us. So I'm assuming they don't get much traffic and their pace is good enough. And I just feign a pit entry there. You see that? Just moved over to the right side just to try and make him dive to the pits, but I was never going to pit there. And I just feigned the pit entry just to try and make him dive into the pits. That's psychological there. Very much so. And Marco's still only 3/10 back from me then. So he's managed to stick right with me. Definitely has got a bit better pace than me. Not massively. Probably only maybe a 10th or 2 per lap. Maybe a little bit more. But he's not half a second quicker or anything like that. And that was a nice corner. That really was. Using all the track. Nailing the apex. It's quite hard to get that corner nice because it's such a low speed corner. These F1 cars don't like travelling at low speed. So that was pretty sweet through there. But bit of a gap to Marco now. Even though he's got DRS. But I managed to have a really, really good village section. And you will notice this race isn't the cleanest. And to be honest, that wasn't really the point of the season. It's not an official season. This was more for fun than anything. Of course, you know, you still try and be clean, but just not as anal about it as normal. That's not what it's about. Particularly at Silverstone, which is an absolute bitch for cutting and extending anyway. So yeah. So Marco still very, very close indeed, even though he's got dirty yet. And nailing my apex and stuff thus far. Pretty much, and he's going to get DRS once again, but luckily he's far back enough and I've got enough curves that he's not going to be able to take me. I'm going to Rich just in case, and he is going to be, wow, look at that speed he's just gained on me there, wow, massive amount of speed, but I'm going to stick to the inside. Need to make sure I'm defending for him, obviously, can't let him get ahead, and now going to pit, no doubt about that, and I expect we'll be very, very close to this pit, but he actually hits me, and look at that, he is literally kissing my ass there, literally kissing my ass. That's so close. He's just nudging me into the pits here. So, well, his pit box is ahead of me, so I probably will come out behind him, unfortunately. But not a lot I can do about that. Just hope we get a half-decent pit stop. 4 point, I was about a second in that pit, but that was going to let Marco go. But I'm still close to him, so it's not the end of the world. And see some traffic here. We are in P1 and 2 at the moment, but there's lots and lots of traffic coming down the pit lane. And there's 2 cars that will get us. Will the rest get us? Probably not. I don't think so. They will be coming very, very fast for that first turn though, but I think we might just about be safe from the guys behind. Yes, we are. So, there's 2 more cars we've got to overtake then if we want the win, which is looking quite likely. We're coming out on brand new option tyres. We've theoretically got better pace, judging on the first race. So, we should be better, but now Marco is ahead of me. See, he's already pulled, well, over a second gap to me, so that just highlights his pace. Oh, I managed to get the arrest on him, luckily though. And he's absolutely flown out the pits there. But he will have some traffic to navigate, so it's not race over. And someone's ran wide there. Oh, they're battling ahead massively. That slowed Marco up, luckily. So that should hopefully mean I can catch up a little bit. I just need them to not take each other out and let Marco through, because that'll be race over and Marco will get the win. So, yes, he's still getting held up nicely, especially with these brand new tyres. They've got relatively new, but they're on primes, obviously, so we're on brand new primes, newer and the better tyre. So we will be faster, no doubt about that. Nice rubber line coming in as well. And just trying to adjust to the grip still. It's so easy to swing it in early and do a massive corner cut because you get so much more grip in these tyres. And I've managed to keep the DRS tense, so I managed to close in 4 tenths in that middle sector. Marco did get badly held up. He's having a little look at the inside here, but they're busy battling each other. He is alongside my teammate there in the McLaren. But no, he's not managed to make that move stick, so I'm going to be right on them now. This is exactly what I needed, but I'll brake massively late, and, well, that was amazing. I did actually, well, on his screen I would have just nudged him there. My screen I didn't quite, but, and I made the apex, so it's not like I outbrake myself there. That's just Marco braking early and me braking at my normal point, so didn't expect him to brake quite so early there, but I'm all over them now, so I will definitely get DRS, obviously. And now it's all about who can get through this traffic quicker. I need to try and take Marco. He's going to try it on the outside of my teammate there, which probably isn't going to work. Not through this corner. And lots of contact. I'm going to use once again a bit of curves there. Opportunistic on the outside once again. Going to get DRS as well. Going to try and box Marco in, but he might be able to dive the inside of both of us here, so I need to be wary of that. And I'm alongside my teammate at least. And luckily Marco brakes relatively early. Needs to try and clear my teammate quickly. And there's not really any team orders in this. Constructors doesn't really matter, so there won't be any of that. And while I've managed to overtake Marco, that's certainly a positive. And means he won't be able to escape down the road. But Wycombs is actually doing a solid job out front. He's starting to pull away, so we need to clear my teammate relatively quickly. And he's going to run wide. Does he auto brake? No, he doesn't. I will get DRS down this next straight, and I've got 3/4 of my curves, so it should be a nice easy move. As long as I can stick nice and close here, but I've gone a little bit wide there, swung it in too late. And Marco's all over my gearbox. Just predicted the dirty air slightly wrong through that, but still should hopefully be okay. With the DRS and the curves. Well, I've run out of steam a little bit. Gear ratio slightly too short, but I've managed to brake massively late and take him at the outside. That was sweet. Braked so late there and just had to commit to the apex and just hope he wasn't going to be there. And he wasn't, luckily. So pretty smooth once again. That's 2 decent moves done on the outside, so I'll certainly take that. And Marco's been massively held up, but he has managed to get past him relatively easy. I'll do a purple lap. Marco's now 1.1 back on me, so hopefully he doesn't get DRS here. I didn't catch if I went to Rich or not. Well, I am on Rich because I'm now already thinking about Wycombe's, already thinking about getting a DRS on him, braking really, really late here because there's a DRS line. And I think I would have managed to get DRS just about on Wycombe's, and hopefully Marco didn't get it on me. I'm a little bit wide there, but not too bad. Do I get DRS? That's the big question. Going to go to standard. Probably not going to use any curves. I'll save that in case he makes a mistake. No, I do get DRS. I don't think Marco does. So that's certainly gone well for me. And again, I just need to now catch Wycombe's really, really quickly and overtake him almost instantly. Don't get held up by him at all. And I should hopefully be able to take the win. We're already on lap 10 of 13. It's obviously a 25% distance race. I'm at 50% we did. We did 225% instead of 150. And nice and close to Wycombe's rather. Starting to get a bit of slipstream now as well, which is going to help. And a couple of slabs at turn and still cut and extend the corner. So that was not great. But I'm on Rich now, trying to get nice and close to get DRS. And I certainly will get DRS. But I need to try and overtake him. And again, I've run a little bit wide there with a dirty yet. Nail the throttle nice and early. All my curves left. So this should be a very, very easy move. DRS as well. I'm on Rich. I'm purple. 8/10 of my previous. And there we are. Move done. Nice and easy. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Marco will now start to get DRS. If he didn't get it then, he will now start to get DRS. On Wycombe's, I expect, though, in the very next DRS zone. So I stick to the inside there. Brake very late as well. A little bit of a lock on the inside tyre, but nothing too serious. And I tend to do that when there's someone close-ish behind me. I'm always wary of them outbraking themselves, trying to brake at my point, particularly when I'm on better tyres. And they can always outbrake themselves or lock a tyre or anything can happen. So I always tend to go to the middle of the track and brake very late, like I did then. Late enough so I can make the apex just about, but a little bit later than I would normally like to have a sweet corner. And as I said, that's just all about ensuring that they're not flying into the back of me, so they can always go around the outside if they have massively outbrake themselves. And it's also just ensuring they can't brake a little bit too late and still make the apex but hit me, so that's why I brake so late. So Marco, though, is now only 4/10 behind me. He is not going away, is he? His pace is really, really good around this track. And so he's now all over me already. He's going to get DRS on me, so my plan has not worked. And it's Wycombe's, really. Wycombe's is the one that's been a stickler in my side for this race, really, hasn't he? That second overtake was quite easy, but the first one, when he managed to re-overtake me, was what really really screwed me over, really, in terms of my plan to just pull away, overtake traffic nice and easily. But the Dirty is quite powerful in this track, so Marco won't be able to get too close. So if I can do some clever driving, some very clever defending, perhaps some creative defending, but definitely clever use of the curves, I might be able to stay ahead. He is faster, there is no doubt about that, so he will not be falling back. I will not be able to pull away. There is zero chance of that. So let's see how it plays out then. Down to first, get it all turned in. Up to second. So across the line now, we're going to have 2 entire laps to do. 4 chances of the DRS he'll get, and he's only 4/10 back, and Wycombe's is still hanging on as well, only 4/10 back from Marco, so he might not be out of it yet, particularly if our tyres die at the end and his don't. And I'm just now concentrating on nailing these apexes, braking as late as I can, just get nice sweet lines. I know I'm not going to be able to pull away, so I'm not even interested in that. I'm just interested in sweet lines like that one, sweet exits and sweet lines. So you see that already. I've only used, well, about an 8th of my curves, barely any curves. I feel that's enough to defend because I want to try and save it. And I'm going to go to inside there again just to defend from a bit of a dive bomb. He's not that sort, but just to make sure he doesn't get any ideas. Because again, I'm not worried about pace. I'm not going to be able to pull away. It doesn't interest me. So I don't really care how slow I am. All I care is about crossing the line in first position. And particularly as he won the last race, I need to make sure I get those points back. And they've done a purple lap then. So again, 3/10 up on Mila in that last lap. That just highlights his pace. I think he is about 3 or 4/10 a lap quicker. Something like that. But he's a little way back. And again, this section, difficult to overtake because you get massive amounts of dirty air through this section here. Nail the throttle nice and early. And looking back as I always do, got lots of curves left fortunately, so he won't be able to get me down here. And well, more of the same on the final lap. That's all I need. I need to do exactly the same thing. At the moment, I'm sort of feeling like I've cautiously got him covered. Not that confident about that, but he's had a pretty good exit there again. Sticking to the middle of the track there. Just don't want to give him any ideas. He's quite late there, but nail my apex. That's not an issue. And yes, like I say, if I can just do the same thing, but if I make even the smallest of mistakes, if I make a 10th of a mistake, that might be enough for him to get alongside me. So I just need to absolutely nail this final lap. He's only just under 3/10 behind me. He crossed the line that last time. And again, just all about nailing his apexes, particularly this corner, because this corner is very easy to get wrong. I've managed to nail my apex. Clean exit. Yes, nice exit. So once again, he's quite a way back there. So I shouldn't use any KERS, but I'm going to go rich now. So I'm going to try and save my entire load of KERS. Again, that's more protecting against any mistakes from me. It's easy for me to run wide. I didn't even feel the need to defend down there. It was only 2/10 back as we crossed that line, so this is looking good. But actually, Marco disconnects, and Marco's the host, so everybody else disconnects pretty much. So that rather put a pay to that battle. I can tell you though, that doesn't mean he just retires, because it was a mass disconnect. Technically, we should probably rerun the race. Now, I think technically in the rules, we should probably restart the race, but being on lap 13 of 13, no one was that keen for that. So, yeah, what we actually decided to do was do count back, rewind to the first lap. At this point, though, I was saying, because I was sort of the coordinator again for this league, I was saying we might try and do it on race time. So keep pushing, keep the pace up. We might try and do it on race time. So just crack on, and we'll work out the finishing positions at the end. But actually, in the end, I decided that wasn't accurate enough, because some people might have backed off and such. So it just wasn't fair enough. So that's why we did a count back to the previous lap. So that means I did actually win this race then. But I think, to be honest with you, I probably would have won it anyway. I had all of my KERS left. So I was feeling quite confident for the win anyway. But a bit of a shame the race had to end like that. But never mind, that was an awesome race, wasn't it? And you can see now why I just didn't need to edit it. I sat down and thought, right, let's edit this video. And just didn't need to. So really, really good race. As I said, that's my last ever race on F1 2013. Hopefully I'll have some more on F1 2015. But that will be it for F1 2013. But there will be one more F1 2013 video. Not a race. It will be my quali lap around Monaco. And it is some awesome, awesome lap. And I wanted my last ever video on F1 2013 to be an awesome lap on F1 2013 around Monaco. So look forward to that one. Hopefully that'll be pretty soon, certainly before F1 2015 is launched. So look forward to that one, and I thank you for watching. Bye bye.